Yo, what's up, what's up, what's up? Looks like I can go live. We're going live. We're on. What's up? What's going on? I'm doing a Chill Friday stream. I've got some stuff I could be doing, but what I really want to do is hang out with you guys because a lot's been going on this week, and I kind of I've got a little itch to build some stuff, and I want to show you, or at least I want to get in the weeds a little bit and do some proper coding. But let me do some admin first. Let me actually advertise that what's going on. Hey Zach, how you doing? How you doing? Thanks for stumbling in. What's up with you? Hey Colin. Whoa, 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 whoa! Pouring in. How we doing? What's going on? Look at this. Yeah, I'm reading YouTube chat. I'm not on Twitch. I should probably hook up Twitch at some point, but yeah, I'm a YouTube boy. How we doing, folks? Can you hear that bird song outside, by the way? Beautiful. I've opened the window today so you can get the full countryside ambiance. Nice, David. David? I assume that's a V sound. How are we doing, friends? Damn, we're up to 58 already. I've not even posted this. All right, we've got to share this far and wide. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm kind of like I need the top hat. I don't own a top hat or a monocle. I could cut my glasses in half, I guess. What's up, Cabo? What's up, Jaleel? What's up, Anton? It's raining? Mate, beautiful sunshine here. Ciao, Morgan. Hey, Ashley. You good? That's good to hear. All right, let me do some little bit of admin here. Oh my God, how do I even post this? Lovely day. Good to hear. What do you think I should do today, guys? What should I do? We've got many, many choices. Let me add some text here just so we can get this working. Yeah. What should we do? Is that going to work? Yeah. God, that looks ugly. But yeah, let's put that right here. What should we do? I mean, I've got some ideas. I definitely want to do some actual front-end coding today. That's my number one goal. I want to I'm not just a TypeScript guy, I've used React for 5 years. I'm super down. All the Next.js tutorials are outdated. Yeah, we could make a new Next.js tutorial. Super curious to think about. We think about using Next 13.4, compatibility with existing packages. Yeah. Yeah, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? All right, let me post this on Twitter. Let me post it on Discord while you guys get all sorted. Do a flip. Use the app router over migrating to Astra instead. I don't know, man. I mean, guys, I used to not live at Vercel. I used to work at Vercel. I used to be an employee of Vercel, and I was actually part of the team, part of the DevRel team when they announced app router. But I didn't work on it. So I was working on Turbo Pack and Turbo Repo at the time. Time to learn Vue. I am down for learning Vue, I really am down for it. All right, let me just post some stuff. I'm live. Chill Friday stream. Doing whatever comes to mind. Let me post this on my Discord as well. Right. Announcements. Yeah, I'm going to tag everyone. Will I? Maybe I'll just tag here, actually. I'm live. Chill Friday stream. Doing whatever comes to mind. Some actual, honest to God, front-end coding. I'm down. Send. Alrighty. Involve Astro in comparison. Good loud? Is it bad loud? It's a new keyboard. Brand new keyboard. Good, Raphael. How are you? Ever made content around E2E testing framework Cypress? I've used Cypress for quite a while. I have for Vercel, funnily enough. We can take a look. So if you Google let me put this one on. Yeah, you should be able to see this. if you Google like, what is it? E2E testing 200 milliseconds or something. Yeah, here we go. End-to-end testing 200 milliseconds with, yeah, there I am. This is based on Playwright, is it? Yeah, I think it's Playwright. Yeah, it's Playwright. So I don't think I've actually done... Does it sound amazing? Good. It's a Keychron Q3. Hey, Yuri, what's up? It's, yeah, Keychron Q3. Let me see. Nice. Read the Discord message, clicks the... That's confusing. Nice to have you here, David. God, we got some royalty in the chat, man. David's like... Yeah, this is the one I've got. Keychron Q3. I've got this yellow one here. I don't want to show you my desk because my desk is an absolute state. It's a page rendered with SSR, no cache, nothing, load fast on SBA page, total load time. This is like something I'm not an expert in. Like I'm not an expert in like first load performance or anything. You should get this keyboard, guys. It's real nice. Playwright is super good. Yes, it's absolutely fantastic. Good old-fashioned Geordie accent. Is this Geordie? I can't remember. Nice. I've got brown switches. I don't know anything about keyboards, but I just got this one and it's real good. So I got with fully assembled knob, which is what I am. What did I get? With the brown switches, silver grey. Yeah, silver grey. This is the one I've got, and it's nice. It's very, very nice. Yeah, I was rocking like a cheap keyboard, and I could still be rocking a cheap keyboard. I kind of just wanted it for just the sound of it, you know, like if I open a code editor. I might as well open my React TypeScript tutorial. Oh, is it American layout? Is it? What's the American layout? I don't actually know what the American layout is. Hang on, I need to close some stuff down. Is the stream lagging a bit? What's the special edition? Hey, Signer. Nice color. Yeah, oh, I see. Yeah. I'm super used to that massive return key as well. It's only got like the basic one, but I just wanted this beautiful sound. Check this out, guys. So good. So nice. Let me toggle these settings so we're actually looking good. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Zoom out a bit. Or zoom in a bit. All right. How are we doing, kids? Greetings from Germany. Did I finish the script problem for sequencing your videos? Yes, I did. I can't remember how I fixed it, though. I think I just found a way to do it. I can't remember what it was. Initially, it was meant to support my UI testing framework, but decided working on types was more fun. What, Playwright or... Let's check out, by the way, let's just take a quick look at Archetype, because David's here. Archetype.io is David Blass's amazing sort of Zod-style schema validation framework, which is here. Has the docs changed a little bit? Maybe a little. So you basically create types like this using this bespoke sort of syntax here, name string. You can see we're defining this as name string, and then you hover over it and it's name string. Device, platform, Android or iOS, and version with this little question mark in there. I mean, that's a JavaScript object right there, just being converted into a TypeScript object, virtually one-to-one. Super duper nice. Thoughts on Napoli winning the Scudetto? I mean, you know, I don't follow Italian football very much. I'm an English football guy. Like, I'm a sort of Arsenal fan this season. Not technically this season. I'm mostly a Liverpool fan, but my wife's family have supported Arsenal since 1944 or something. So I sort of on Arsenal's side this season because Liverpool are crap. Well, if you like the sound of the keyboard, would that not incentivize writing more code than necessary? I think what it does is it incentivizes me to write at least some code, which for a lazy arsehole like me is pretty useful. Niraj, first time I'm in live stream. Hey. Love it. Old partner of mine had a UK keyboard, always threw me for a loop. Really? I didn't realize how much I would miss, like the big return key. Let's look at it again. Because this is crap. This little, I always hit like this thing here. Like, why is this key so enormous and then this key so small? When you hit this key 1,000 times a day and you hit this key like once a day. What is going on? Docs still suck. Once I merge a branch I'm working on, they'll be updated. Cool. A few changes based on the feedback I've received. So nice, nice, nice. Oh, that's cool. Performance of archetype versus Zod. Archetype do computer properties based on other properties of its object. I imagine there's like a transform function you can do on objects there. I saw V1 with a knob a few months ago. Great keyboard. Ooh, cheap keyboard. Use little software that can be... No, you don't. You use a little software that simulates mechanical key sounds via headphones. No. Does that work? Does that really work? That's dirty if so. Damn, son. We've got 115 folks here. That's exciting. Documenting APIs is hard, yeah. It's real hard. The ISO version of Q3? No, I missed out. Oh, I'm such a pilau. Alright. Alright. So, okay. What should we do, guys? What should we do? I've got some ideas. Let's go to TL Draw and let me lay out some ideas for you. I'm going to camera this camera here. Now, my ideas are basically... one thing I'm getting really into is like designing board games. I know this is super duper nerdy, but like I've actually like designed a board game for the coronation tomorrow. It's called Shan't Miss It, and it's like a dice and card game. It's very, very, very simple. I can teach you guys it later if you like. But what I would love to do is I would love to actually build these like in a collaborative setting. So I've like the thing with designing board games is that you never have all the components you need, and you often have to sort of like make little dummy things out of other components. And so what I'd love to do is build like a framework for designing board games. So like framework for designing board games. And this would be basically, I imagine, like a Next.js app. Probably with PartyKit as well, for sort of live collaboration. So that would be sort of WebSockets and stuff. I imagine some kind of database, so probably some Prisma stuff in there. Or Prisma, I mean, or Drizzle, right? And I think I would use, and I guess we would be looking at like 13.4 for that as well. Because there's so much cool stuff in 13.4 that I really, really want to take a look at. 11 psychic damage from that title. Make something with the FPTS library. Quick. Oh, 11 PM in Sydney? Damn, dude. Classes in TypeScript. Been working on a project that has statics and base of abstract classes. Been an absolute nightmare to work with. Interesting. I found classes are fine. So there's this. I've also, this is another kind of like quite meta one, but I've been using Obsidian for like tracking a lot of stuff, and what I've ended up with is, put this here, what I've been using Obsidian for is like creating this enormous great big graph of all of the concepts that, whoops, where did all my stuff go there? All of the concepts that I want to teach in TypeScript, and there's like a lot of these, right? So if I zoom in on here, we've got like a why don't unions of arrays work, and these link to like arrays and union types, right? Preventing array configs from being appended to, that's as const here, field forms and stuff. Like they're all linked together, but this UI is like really horrible. And what I would love to do is you do some kind of like knowledge graph like this, where actually you could edit stuff on the canvas, so you could add stuff here and remove stuff. And then when you've got that, is sort of use AI to figure out sort of regions in here, so that you could sort of zoom out and see, okay, there's a big picture of all of the sort of regions of all of my thoughts and thinking and sort of Canva stuff, and then zoom in and sort of see more discrete regions, all sort of like titled by AI and stuff. And I think that would be super useful for the kind of work that I do, which is building these big, dense kind of learning experiences. So there's that. I'm not sure kind of how to describe that. Kind of like a... Christ, where are we? So there's sort of like a canvas-based thought app, which again would be like Next.js. Probably, yeah, like I imagine kind of quite a lot of hand-rolled stuff. Oh yeah, this one, I need some state machines too. So I'm really keen to sort of like, I really want to develop a sort of React-based state machine library. And who knows, by the way, what state machines are? Sounds like a vector database. Yes, it sort of is a vector database, sort of. Export this to GraphViz. I've worked with GraphViz before. Can GraphViz do... Because GraphViz can do like tree-based stuff, can't it? I'm not sure whether it can do like... Because this is... Okay, so I think GraphViz can do directed acyclic graphs, but I'm not sure whether it can do cyclic graphs, you know, things that have like dependencies and stuff. It sort of looks like a murder investigation board, yeah, and I want to make it look less like that. I want to make it look more reasonable. Mojo seems pretty sick. I know Watch Mojo, but what the hell is Mojo? Mojo TypeScript. Let me take a look. Mojo Auth, Mojo.js, JavaScript real-time web framework. I mean, I'm not loving this documentation. Web development can be fun again. I'm not getting this. Yeah, I don't get Mojo. Run all my content through OpenIA embeddings and store that in a vector database. Well, we're working on something similar to that for Total TypeScript. Shout out, Harish. Oh, Mojo AI programming language. Oh, Mojo AI programming language. I never heard of this. Usability. This is... No sentence has ever terrified me more. Mojo combines the usability of Python with the performance of C. New programming language based on Python fixes Python's performance and deployment problems. I mean, I'm not very experienced with either Python or C, so I have no idea. Question, the board game thing, are you looking to make an app to play the board game online or an app to make the components for the physical... No, neither. I'm looking to make a playground where I can build an online version of the board game and then test it with other people. That's the concept. Superset Python. Is it selling a shirt? Oh yeah, there it is. Mojolicious. I've never seen that before. Why would I... Interesting. It's also selling Perl shirts. I mean, cool. Cool. Pink? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Okay. I never heard of it before. Right. Oh yeah, and the third thing was... So I was chatting to Kent C. Dodds the other day, and we were talking about... So Kent has a course coming out, which is called Epic Web Dev. And this looks, like, amazing. And he was sort of thinking, like, how do I position this so that teams want to buy it? Because if you're selling a course like this, then like this is going to be an enormous course, probably even bigger than Total TypeScript. And it's going to be focused on a lot of different things. Like it's going to basically tell you everything you need to know from like, you know, HTML and CSS all the way up to deployment and like using Remix as well. And it's going to go through everything. And his question is really like, how do I position this so that people will want to buy it? Because my thinking is like, you need a reason for people to buy your course. For me, the reason like people want to buy Total TypeScript is that they go, okay, I want to be better at TypeScript, right? I want to, TypeScript just keeps like slamming me in the face. I want to be better at it. I want to feel like a wizard. I want to feel like I'm dominating TypeScript. Because when you get really good at TypeScript, you can feel like a wizard, like you're just sort of casting spells and sort of doing stuff, and it's amazing. And I think teams want to feel like we're being blocked by TypeScript, or we have a complicated TypeScript problem. We need to like level up our engineers in order to fix it. That's why Total TypeScript's done really well. And that's why, like, Kent's previous course, Testing JavaScript, done really well, because really, really clear, like, what the idea is here is that teams want to deploy with more confidence, so they want to be able to do better testing, so they do this. Kent's other course, Epic React, as well. It's like epicreact.dev, is it? Yeah, here it is. We want to do better at React. Let's buy this course. And even you can use this to teach people who don't know React. Like, basically, in order for teams to get it, you need an adoption story. You need for people to be able to go, okay, we want to adopt this thing and then do it. And so what I was telling him about was basically like, I can't remember why I started this story, but I'm going for it, is that you need like a Kelsey-Dodds method. You know, you need a oh yeah, I remember now. You need a Kelsey-Dodds stack, right? A KCD stack. And I think he might be doing something like this now, is like an epic stack. And this epic stack is going to be, you know, like Tailwind, like Remix, like a bunch of different stuff. And basically this course now is going to teach the epic stack, which is great because teams, I think, want a really well documented stack for shipping web applications. And so what I think is like, what would a Matt Pocock stack look like? What would a Matt stack look like? What would people use the Pocock stack for? You know, like, I think there must be something there that you could do. And I think the answer is deploying packages, right? If you want to deploy a package to NPM, what are you going to be doing? Like, what do you need to know in order to do that? I think you need to know a bunch of different stuff. You need to know about change sets. You probably need to know about PNPM, TS up. You need to know about exports and like package.json files and things like that. And yeah, exactly, like a remix version of T3 app. So T3 is another great example of a T3 stack. I wonder if anyone's like teaching the T3, because that's a really obvious thing that someone should make a course on, is teaching the T3 stack. Because a lot of teams now are adopting it and they're moving to the T3 stack and they need good documentation, they need good video resources. The M4 stack, the Wizard stack, yeah, M4 stack, Mat stack, yeah. I haven't found like an actual, but like, what's my stack, guys? I need a stack. We've got the Tan stack, we're getting the Epic React stack, we've got the T3 stack. Like, what's the Mat stack? Shipping backend applications? I mean, I know a little bit about that, but not a huge amount. Shipping libraries like feels like a natural thing, because a lot of people need to ship libraries, and it's, I mean, maybe there's like a monorepo, you know, like the Mat monorepo stack. So that's my third idea, is like thinking about what kind of my stack would be. And let's see, yeah, what's the Mat stack? What is the Mat stack? And maybe it's like an AI-based stack, you know, the Post stack. A better stack for packages, yeah. Packages, like change sets, TS up, vtest. Because, I mean, I think that you've got plenty of great options when it comes to stacks for building front-end full stack applications, you know, like T3, like Remix, all that stuff. The Pro stack. My advice for a second-year student, keep at it. Keep at it. Second-year computer science student, I assume. I never did computer science, so you're way ahead of me. I'd say just keep your eye on the industry and make sure you have a clear plan for what you want to do afterwards, because I didn't. Ended up okay, but yeah. Ah, you found me through the packages stuff. Oh. How to build a library resource. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Having solid documentation for, yeah. What you need to do for each type of package for the browser versus the server. Yeah, I'm thinking what would this look like? So this would look like a GitHub repo, obviously, with some docs. I imagine like a CLI to kind of template out a new package. Postacock. Drizzle's odd. Ooh. I'm self-taught. Yep, I'm self-taught. I was a self-taught voice coach and singing teacher, and then I self-taught myself this as well. I like self-teaching. It's if you can avoid the imposter syndrome, it's real good. No, never done anything with TS Morph, but heard great things. I've mostly used just Babel and stuff when I've needed to do AST stuff. So that's the mat stack. Well, I mean, potential mat stack. So what do you think? Can I do polls on YouTube? I need to actually test this out. YouTube streaming polls. Is there a way I can do it? How to create polls on your stream? I shouldn't. Ooh, bottom of the chat window, tap create a poll. Hello. Yes, we are the best, aren't we? Ooh, yes, I can start a poll. So, okay. I can say, what should we do? We've got a choice of board game, design tool, canvas, thought app, and mat stack. Let's go. See what you guys think. What am I voting for? I think I'm going to vote for... I'm not going to tell you what I'll vote for, but I will vote for something. Ooh. I like some of the features from VTest, but it also feels a lot slower than using just Mocha and SWC. Fancy output formatting? Had to switch back? Interesting. Didn't know that. A fake TypeScript toggle in your CLI that just says wrong choice adding... Oh yeah, TypeScript is not going to be optional. Not going to be optional. Wait, what? What the frick just happened here? I can't see my chat anymore. Oh well. My first job was... it was working for a company called Canary Can. A lovely little company. But then they took a chance on me because I was just transferring to be a developer. And it worked out really, really well. I'm not sure how long I'm streaming for. I'll stream a bit longer. The Glorp stack. Why Glorp? What's the appeal? Yeah, package stack, ESM, yeah. We would need to handle ESM CJS as well. Right, mat stack. Mat stack is like the clear favourite so far. 86 votes. Yeah, see something with party kit? Yep. Party kit, I mean, I don't have access to party kit. I have asked Sunil, actually. Let me just check if he's replied. Oh, he did reply. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. Oh, nice. Yeah, I have access to party kit now. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so yeah, that is potential. So if you want to see party kit and stuff, then we should look at board game design tool. What's the difference between pattern matching with TS pattern and validation with Zod? Not a huge amount. I mean, Zod does more. Well, does it do more? Yeah, I think it does do more. I was a singing teacher before I became a developer. Starter CLIs, they usually don't compose well. I usually want to add stuff to an existing project instead of starting stuff from scratch. Yeah. Yeah, so I've got some ideas around that as well. Yeah. Nice. Nice, David. I find that the self-taught people tend to be extremely passionate. Sing! I've got a guy staying with me, actually. Got some friends staying from Germany, and he's a very prominent baritone who sings at like Cologne Cathedral a bunch. Okay, so I guess the mat stack is what we're doing. The mat stack. End poll. Here we go. Right. Time to come up with a stack. Let's do it. So what is the mat stack then? Let's figure this out. I might need to do a new Figma thing. Yeah, let's do this. Let me just show you my world briefly while I just put together a new little thumbnail. Here we are. Let's do it. Boom, boom, boom. Chill Friday stream. Let's do it. We are... no! Yeah, text. Here we go. Oh, what have I done? There we go. Inventing the mat stack. And I just reduce the size on this until we're at the right sort of level. I really hate, I mean, I'm sort of pretty bad at design, so I generally just sort of copy stuff until something looks right, export it, stick it in, and then we're good to go. I don't like using photos of myself as well because it just tends to all bleed into each other. Let's go YouTube Studio, figure this out. How we doing? How we doing? Zod does have to be in there. I mean, does it? I mean, Partikit private. Well, it's private-ish. I think you can get access to it if you want to get access to it, and it does seem super duper good. How do I building the mat stack? Okay, we are gonna like get started in a second. Once I've fixed this thumbnail, now we're good to go. Town stack sort of is a stack, but it's sort of not as well. I think it's like mostly not. Bad at design, but has the best illustrator on the internet. Well, you see, like, yeah, Michelle Hollick, if you don't know, is my illustrator, and she's incredible. I mean, I don't do most of the stuff like that's kind of on Total TypeScript. If you guys haven't seen some of the stuff that's on Total TypeScript, it's just an absolute freaking masterclass. Like, you look at some of these images, and I mean, you just can't unsee it, you know? Like, so these pro workshops, for instance, they all have like custom illustrations. Look at this stuff. And by the way, there's also a new React and TypeScript tutorial here, by the way, which is free, and you should check this out. But just look at all these images. But I don't do any of the design work for this backend stuff, so I'm sort of starved of front-end stuff. Thank you. Yeah, 1 million sales. I couldn't believe we hit it. It's nuts. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 5 years ago, I was a junior. Now I teach people. I was doing coding long before I was a junior, you know. But I was. Anyway, we should get started. Right. The Mac queue. I mean, everyone's got to have a stack, you know. Right. Let me create a new repo. New repo ts mat stack. Let's do this thing. So, what do I actually want to do here? Because I want to create a stack that makes sense for people. I think what I need is like a good repo template, first of all. And then we've got to build out maybe a CLI that can help you sort of adopt the mat stack. So let's put this into perspective first. What is the mat stack? So readme.md. Yeah, you can see this, right? The mat stack. Oh, I need to turn on Copilot. Enable globally. Here we go. The mat stack is, let's see what Copilot thinks the mat stack is, first of all. Come on. Actually, toggle VS Code settings. There we go. Go back to this one. What's the mat stack, guys? Is a Karen GitHub action labeler. Oh, a collection of tools that I use to build web applications. No, libraries. Build and ship libraries. GitHub action labeler was wondering if there's an easy way to compose change logs for monorepos to group change logs. Yeah, change sets is what you want to do. Yes, cool. Tools. What do you think the tools are? No, not Babel. Change sets. Okay, yeah. Okay, stuck, are we? Is. I love doing this shit. Monorepo boilerplate. Yeah, I think, so like. Oh my god, what the hell? What the hell, GitHub Copilot? Okay, GitHub Copilot's thrown a wobbly. It is a work in progress. Yeah, this is README-driven development right here. So we got change sets. We got TS up, obviously. Well, actually not obviously. I'm not sure how to like do TS up here. We want TypeScript as part of this stack. And we want not TSDX. TSDX is sort of dead. Babel, no! Change sets is epic. Yeah, I could ask ChatGPT actually. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. What's the other one I wanted? Oh yeah, GitHub Actions. Hey, Copilot. NP? What the hell is NP? Oh yeah, I did have a like package demo thing that I made a while ago. Let's actually just see what's in here. So this is a bunch of stuff. This is, oh yeah, and VTest. VTest is the other one. So we got VTest here. So go on, give me a description of VTest. TS up's great. TS up, turbo repo, change set. Yeah, I mean, so you could use like Nextra for documentation. ChatGPT. What the hell is NP? Nextra, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you use for docs, but I guess we could be opinionated. So change sets. Is this enough for a stack, though? You know, like, I mean, I guess it's pretty useful. Oh yeah, PNPM. PNPM is definitely part of it. So these are the tools. What Git? No, actually, I recommend Mercurial. I think people are still using Storybook. Storybook still has a lot of weekly downloads and stuff. TS helper libraries, I don't know. Prettier. Yeah, I mean, do we even go that way? Like prettier. I mean, I guess we say like DevTools, you know, like Prettier, ESLint. PNPM is faster than Yarn. And it's more, I find it more predictable. Yeah, Husky maybe. Yeah, some people still use CVS, you know. So this is definitely this like my preferred stack. But getting these to play together is actually pretty painful. And I think too, because I wonder if the mat stack here. See, when I was at Vercel, there was an issue with TurboRepo, where TurboRepo kind of, it's unlike NX, let's say. TurboRepo is not something that provides you an out-of-the-box, all-in framework, let's say. It's not a framework, really. It's just a library. Oh, yeah, TS reset is good. ESLint config mat is potential, yeah. Yeah, PNPM is just incredible. Wait, Eric, what did you say? To not add it, yeah. TS reset's probably got to be in the conversation. So, potential tools. Let's go with TS reset. Because, I mean, I still need to figure out how to do that in libraries. Tailwind, I mean, we're talking about libraries here, right? Husky. I think there's like a better alternative than Husky. Someone recommended that to me, but I can't remember who it was. I can't remember what it is. A framework is kind of something that you go to for all of your problems. A library just solves a single problem. At least that's my personal definition. Arthur, I'm not going to react to that. That's a good joke because he said it's a... But Zod, like, what do we need Zod for here? Like, if you're building a library around Zod, then Zod is cool. But if you don't need Zod, you don't need it. Yeah, because so what the thing that TurboRepo in particular is missing is the ability to add templates. So maybe we don't need to be doing like a mat stack. Maybe what we want, hey, what about this? Maybe what we want is actually a library that lets you add new packages in an opinionated format that conform to certain things and lets you build. So what we want is the successor to Plop. Don't laugh. Plop. You know Plop? Plop is, I used to use Plop a lot. I used to plop several times a day. It's called Plop.js. Let me show you. Left hook. Ooh. I'll look at that. Let me add that actually. Yeah, Plop is or left hook. So what plop does is it's basically like a CLI templating thing where you basically can you can pretty much just create your own templates, and then, oh, look at these, ooh, Max Stoiber, Corey House, and you essentially use this kind of stuff here. You create a generator, and then you can use the plop CLI to basically plop things into your monorepo, essentially. But what this doesn't do is it, first of all, is crap with TypeScript. It just doesn't really work that well with TypeScript. Like, I remember none of this stuff really functions, or at least I haven't used it in a long time. So maybe the successor to plop is what we should think of as the mat stack. Plop, plop, god of rain in the Amazonian. We could use porps we could pass porps to generators in plop, definitely. I mean, we could just call it porp for now, but I don't know if that doesn't make sense really. Love your content. Often use toggle for API services, fields for different conf levels. Toggle services interfaces. I'm not sure where you're going with that question. Sorry. Might need that sounds like a good one for the Discord. mattpocock.com/Discord. So I'm kind of more tempted by this actually. Yeah. You missed NX generate. Something that's better than NX generate would be extremely useful, I think. Let me cut a few things here. Porgs, Plocock, Mop. What are these suggestions? I'm not sure how long I'm going for. I'm just going to keep going. Because I think there's two things here. I think we could potentially build like a better API than plop, and we could potentially porps in plop. Yes, you're on the right track. Are you guys seeing some frame dropping? Because I'm seeing some frame dropping my side. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. Am I running anything weird? Don't think so. Let me check. Close some tabs. I'm going to close some tabs. Okay. So let's build the successor to plop. It's hard to keep the templates up to date as your patterns evolve with plop. I found that I wanted the template to support highlighting, TS, and testing as well. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to like start scaffolding something. Let's do some freaking coding, because how long have we been going now? Wait, we've been going 43 minutes. I've not written any code. Right, come on, Pocock. Plopcock, mat stack. Okay, let's freaking go. Ready? Stream's fine? Fine. Awesome. That's good. It's just a bit funky my side. Let's go there, hey? Stream with face. Right. So in order to get this working, what I want to do is first of all, I'm going to install vtest. So let's go pnpm add vtest. And I'm going to start sort of just going off, if that's okay, because I haven't coded like properly in a long time. So I'm really keen to, I'm just going to do a repl.test.ts, import from vtest. And let's go it describe, and I'm just going to start going here. So describe REPL. So I always do this just sort of at the start of like a backend project, just so I can get some stuff on its feet. What I want to create here is I want to create const create generator, let's say. And create generator is going to be a function, because the API that I sort of want here is I want the ability for people to go create generator. Let's say you want to create a new package, and let's say const new package is like this, create generator. I'll just go args any array for now. So when people do like a new package, I want to give them the ability to create new files, upsert existing files, ensure directories, like ensure dir, Install packages, dependencies, at specific versions. What else do you need to do for this stuff, right? Yeah, I'm reading this, guys, don't worry. Yeah, so we've got a new package. Then, so we create the generator, and then we say create file. Ensure dir. Let's say we go. Ooh, yeah, we need to specify arguments. Specify arguments. Ooh, this is a potential Zod use case here, right? So we've got arg. Oh yeah, so we prompt, right? And we prompt and we say name. And let's say that is going to be, oh yeah, we can do, yeah, okay, so prompt name, that's always going to return a string, right? So we just go for text like this. So that prompt, that's then going to put something into the type arguments, and then we're going to have name available inside here. So now we've got opts, and let's say we say ops.name, packages ops.name. Are you with me? Let's go type text for now. Okay, let me just get that API working on the type level, and then we can figure out what's next. So this create generator then, this is going to be the name of the generator, so that's string, and then that's going to return an interface, and let's say we'll just call that generator, and we'll say tprompt options. That's going to be extends record string, and we're basically doing a kind of a builder pattern here. So this is going to be prompt, yes, here we go. And this is going to have t-key extend string. Key is going to be here, and then t-key. And then we're going to have options, which will be prompt options. Yeah, and then is this doing the right thing that I want it to do? Yes, it is. Okay, so prompt options. Options, that is going to have a type of text. Okay, and now this, we just need to return a generator from this. So we'll return this as generator, and let's say, oh yeah, we don't need to pass anything. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, it's like Yeoman, basically. Add package.json scripts. Yeah, add package.json scripts is another one we need to do. Add package.json scripts. Okay, so what we do is we create a generator, new package. We then prompt, and we ask it for a name. And then we end up with ensure dir, which is going to be a... Oh, yeah. We can ensure dir at this location. So this is a function that returns a generator with tprompt options. Then we'll go for opts inside here, and this, or no. Name is either going to be dir is either going to be a string, or it's going to be a function that returns a string, and the opts is going to be tprompt options. Okie dokie, and we need to wrap this in brackets like this. So just like that, what we've done is we have created a generator with name a new package, and we've got this prompt name here, and that prompt name, what it does is it basically adds name into the type arguments of the next thing down the chain. So we've got prompt name, type text, and then ensure directory. That's then going to be passed into here. So if we call this something else, then ops.name is not going to be there. It's going to be ops.add. That's pretty cool. So basically we're sort of creating, like, this is my idea here. We've got like a builder pattern that you can then run this basically as a script, and it's going to do whatever you want it to do. Any specific reason to use interface instead of type aliases? No, just sort of just options. Yeah, this is library engineering right here. Yep, this live will be saved. Anything on YouTube will be saved. Okay, so we ensure a directory there. Then we can create file, I guess. I don't know. When I'm coding fast, I tend to just sort of blast out interfaces, but there's no reason these can be types. In fact, I generally like to use interfaces in library code. I don't know quite why, really. Yeah. Zod has some bonkers internal types, absolutely. So let's keep going here. You notice I'm not actually doing anything like runtime. It's all just type level at the moment. Hey, Florin, how are we doing? Nice to have you, pal. Right. Okey-dokey-doke. So in theory, then we can do another prompt inside here, description, type text, and probably what we want to do here is we want to have different types here. Oh yeah, and we need like a yeah. This prompt options is probably going to end up being a type because I imagine it will be a discriminated union here. So prompt options. Where do I place my fingers on the keyboard? I have no idea. I have no idea. What? I have no idea. D and J? I don't know. They float around. Because we've got this text here then. Maybe, okay, sorry, I'm debating about prompts because what I want to handle is the case where you basically pass in a okay, so let's say we've got these prompt options here, which is going to be a text prompt options. We're probably going to need we're going to need to make this a function overload because we're going to need to handle different types of things being passed in here. So we've got this, yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's it. So we've got to handle these text prompt options. We've also got to handle Boolean prompt options. So Boolean. So this will be the Boolean prompt options overload. And then this record tiki. Ooh, hear the rain. Hear the rain. Now what this is going to do is it's basically going to give us two options here. We've now got two overloads on this interface. I'm going to shut the window. Sorry. Description, license, author. Yeah. Text number, select JSON. Let me just show you what I was showing you. So got the first prompt here, we've got text prompt options, and these are basically going to result in it being saved as a string. Then the second one here, Boolean prompt options, is going to end up being saved as a Boolean in the thing. So this means now that if I go prompt description, and let's say prompt, I don't know, use ESLint, let's say. And then this is going to be type and Boolean. Oh, that's funny, I'm not getting autocomplete there. Yeah, that is funny. If we now get Boolean, ops.useESLint is now a Boolean, not a string. Very, very neat. But are overloads runtime unsafe? No, not particularly. But they are a little less safe than generics. Yeah. Well, we ship some JS. We ship just this 3 lines of JS. So select. Yeah, select. Not too familiar with package-only monorepo? Don't you need to handle nested folder for packages? I'm confused by what you mean. Sorry. I imagine just I won't use floats and integers, but I will probably use numbers here. So type number prompt options. So let's add another overload to handle numbers. But I mean, how often are you going to use numbers? Let me just show you that this works, basically. So number prompt options, number. And I wonder if I add it. So the issue that I'm having here, let's say dot prompt number of files or something. Let's go type number. The weird thing here is that it's doing like a, it's not giving me autocomplete for that member of the thing. But let's just see that this works. Oh, I probably need prettier there as well. I'll do that in a second. Opt.number of files is now resolved as a number. That's in. We're working on the new version of plop. Poplop. Package group 1. I'm still not sure what you're asking, Albert, sorry. I'm sort of starting to get there, but I'm not quite. Okay, but this is cool. So we've got a sort of basic thing working here, and these prompts are going to be super duper useful. We'll also need, let's go interface, base prompt options, and we'll say title, string, message string. And then for each of these, we'll say this type is actually now an interface, and it extends base prompt options. Oh yeah, so message is optional. Cool. So now I can provide a message to it, basically. So now I can say, what's the name of your package? Message, do you want to use ESLint? I should probably use a default as well. So default string, default boolean, default number. Poplock, pluck up. Yeah. So this is basically the you could just choose another option here, which is like what's your package directory? Prompt package dir, and let's say type text, and then where do you want to create your package? And then we say ops.packagedir, and let's say default this to packages. So the idea here is this is like a plugin that Poplop will run and figure this out. A generic for primitive types? Yeah, maybe. I mean, this is working now, so I can refactor it later. So we've got a new package. That is good. That is good. Specify arguments. Okay, create new files. So we can ensure a directory. Let's now create file. I really like this because it's declarative, right? You're declaring what you want to do and the order that you want to do it. Poplock. Yeah, node engine package value, although it is a string, basically. It's like a 16.0, 16.2 or whatever. Package manager. Oh, that's good. Package manager. I mean, disgusting. One thing that makes me nervous about this is that I guess you'd use path, right? You'd use, path.resolve, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. This would be bad on Windows. So I guess when you're building this stuff, you need a path.resolve to figure that out. So yeah, what we do then is we create a file, file name. Ooh, I wonder if we could do a CD, just CD. So what you do is you so you ensure the directory, then you CD to the directory, and then you create file, and then it's using then the current working directory. That seems quite neat, actually. This is useful. So create a file, package.json, and then, because we also need to, I want some way of creating like a templating thing, because the thing that I found really annoying about things like, what was it? The thing I found annoying about Plop is that it used handlebars for its generators. So if we look at the code for it, handlebars, no, what was it? Plop.js, handlebars. Learning to plop. Look at that. God, they know what they're doing, don't they? Yeah, there we go. Prop set generator. Set generator controller using prompts. Yeah, it's funny this, isn't it? Oh, look, there we go. Bundles TypeScript applications. It's not TypeScript first, though. Set helper. Oh, that's useful. Yeah, here we go. So you basically register these partials to it. And set prompt. Yeah. Where are these handlebar things? Handlebar templates, yeah, here we go. One could set a context with paths, etc. Yeah. What is matstack? Yeah, we're figuring it out. We're figuring out matstack. Something like replacing files would allow you to add anything you want, anything. JSX. Would it? How would JSX be useful? Because it's basically got to just compile down to a string, right? Because let me show you one way this could go, is we could end up with something like this. Let's say we have const template equals create template, and let's say create template. Let's say we got our package JSON template, and it's what it takes. Const create template equals it's a t-opts, and the t-opts can be anything, but it's a func that basically receives t-opts, t-opts, and then returns a string. So what we could end up doing here is you would end up having like name string, a description string, let's say, and then inside here you would have opts, and then you would go json.stringify, null2, and then you would do name ops.name description ops.description. You get the idea. And then scripts is going to be just an empty object, dependencies, dev dependencies, etc. JSX would be useful for creating HTML templates. Yeah, I mean, because what we could be looking, because this is useful for package.json templates, but what about when you want to create like a const index JS template, right? Where you take in name string, blah, 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 and you end up with this. This is the danger. Like, I don't really want to be sort of having folks do this, because it's super ugly, right? If you want to do multi-line stuff here, then you would do like, export const whatever equals this, etc., and it just gets super duper ugly. So maybe some sort of templating thing like nunchucks or handlebars is real good. ETS. I'm not super worried about speed. Like, this isn't going to be some back-end framework or anything. It's just going to run on your machine. Wouldn't bake in a specific templating engine. I don't know, because if you choose one, like Plop did, then you get the benefits of all of the documentation. Sync pack. Yeah. Should be loaded from a file. Yeah, but that file has got to be some sort of like templating setup. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, because if you load it from a file, let's say, then how are you going to handle... I like the fact that you've got this kind of stuff. Like, you can actually show what dependencies are being passed to different templates and things. I don't know about the KISS rule for this. So, sorry for folks just joining. We are creating a successor to Plop.js. We're creating a templating tool. Actually, let me look at how NX does it. We're creating a templating tool to basically sort of like go up against NX, right? In fact, I had Yuri here in the chat before. Because NX, let's say NX GitHub. What NX does is it has these various generators. So let me have a look. Oi! Sorry, my boys are going nuts for some reason. So, ES build, huh? Generators, ES build project. ES build project. Right, yeah, this is cool, man. This is what I want. Convert NX gen. Yeah, here we go. NX dev kits. See, this is what's going on, man. They know what's going on. Let me actually zoom in so you guys can see this. Get tsconfig file. Huh. This is hard to read, isn't it? Here's build format files. What? Schema.json. Oh. Oh. My God, yeah. Where the hell is the, where the hell is the stuff in it? Init.ts. Where's the templates, you know? So Plop, I think you can improve on Plop by giving it a better TypeScript experience. I think Plop is not as used as it should be, and I think the reason for that is that migrations.json? What the hell? Huh. I don't know what I'm looking at here. The reason Plop isn't as used, I think, is because it doesn't have the same TypeScript experience as something like the mat stack would have, or whatever, the PoPlop, or whatever it is we're building. Dev kit. Right, so you look at something like React Native plugins. What? Right. Okay, let me have a look here. Generate a new component inside the library. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. NX just does so much for you, right? NX uses EJS. Where are you seeing that? Let me actually dive into this repo here properly. If that's true, that's like epic. Well, I mean, at least it shows an approach that they're taking. Because it's tough here, because I want to create something that's kind of like TypeScript native, but you also You also want something that's like EJS. Okay, let's give this a go. Downloading the repository index. Yeah, we're on NX. We're looking at it right now. The next Chad stack. Nice. See you later, Rob. Right, EJS is there, is it? And what? EJS is a file extension? Huh. What is EJS? Embedded JavaScript templates, huh? Oh, yeah, okay, this kind of stuff. EJS. Why can't I find any EJS template files? Where are these things kept? So confusing. Yeah, what do you find confusing about it? Because I sort of agree, it sort of feels bigger than it should be, you know? Alright, let me go back to coding because I think I'm getting lost in the weeds and like implementation details here. Because what I need to do is I need to get actually something like this working. So we've got an index.js template, and when we create a file, what we want to do is we want to create the file name, and we also want to say, yeah, the content is the string, and yeah, we want this. So the idea is we would be able to create a package.json and then pass in the package.json template. And this is really cool because it's saying argument of type void. I see. So let's return this func here, and then we're good. So this is saying property description is missing from these prompts, but you need to pass it to the thing that's being passed in. Yeah, I need to use prettify here. Let me actually use prettify just quickly. Type prettify. In fact, I did a YouTube short about this recently. The cool thing about prettify is that currently what we're seeing is that when we like hover over like CD or something or opts, we're seeing record name string and record use ESLint boolean and record package.dir string. This is a bit sort of miserable, and what we would love to see is actually just the readout of what this type is. So I'm going to do that. We're going to use type prettify, or let's call it unwrap actually. And let's say T, and we're going to say K in key of T. Copilot is super wrong. We'll just do TK, and then we'll go and this. And now, what we can do is we can actually unwrap all of these. Unwrap, and unwrap, and unwrap. Now, when we hover over them, what we're going to see, funnily enough, is we're going to see actually the types that come through. So these opts are now the literal types here. So literal type, instead of being like the computed value. And this means that this reads a lot easier here, because what we've got types of parameters, ops and ops are incompatible. Description is missing in this, but required in this. And I think description is not going to be needed so much actually. So that's good. I just made description sort of like optional up there, and now it's not needed down there. Very cool. Good, thanks, Alan. Generate files is the main function in NX. Well, let's stick with what we got. So now we've got the idea that you can create a file with this package.json template. That is cool. We want to be able to install dependencies. Actually, let's keep going. So what we're doing here, let's not worry about this. Yeah, we want our package.dir. We want to ensure dir source. Yeah, you see how beautiful this is. Ensure directory tests. create file index.ts. Let's have a look at this. This actually doesn't need, yeah, this is hyper simple actually. Export const example. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. So I'm going to make this create template. It's, let's say we passes in a template, not a func. This is now going to be a string or this. And now it just returns, let's say we want it always to return a function with opts, topts, and to return a string, right? So let's say, yeah, if the type of template is a string, we'll return this template, otherwise return template. Lovely. I'm just catching up with, since you added CD, does nested dir prompt override the push D pop D? What are you talking about, push D pop D? What is push D pop D? Okay, source index.ts. Okay, so we created a file package.json. We've ensured a directory. We've ensured this test directory. Let's actually move this down here to organize this a bit better. Let's create a file index.test.ts template, and let's create a new template here, because actually we don't need this name whatsoever. Const index. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go, Copilot's understanding. Describe the example, it should work. Expect it to be true. Do this, do that. I'm gonna need some scripts here too, right? So, yeah, no, like that is good. And now this. Oh God. Okay, this is already feeling quite nice, actually. You know, already feeling nice. We create this file. Huh. Oh, that's useful. Well, that's interesting, because we always know what the current working directory is, basically. It's just whatever the process.cwd is, CWD. So I don't think we need to figure out, like, where we're going and where we come from. I think this is fine. Keychron Q3 brown switches. What else would we need for this? We would need, yeah, right. So test package JSON templates. We would need, yeah, okay. So what we now need to do is install some scripts, right? So we want to say install deps, and I guess we want to do like a few of these. So that's nice. Dev dependencies. So install deps. Let's add this to our interface up here. This is going to be quite a simple one, I think. Deps. We're going to have options, which is going to be dev dependencies, record string, dependencies, this one. So what we'd need is vtest and latest. Yeah. Well, I might use that, Johannes, but this seems fine to me. You know, keep it simple. So dev dependencies, we probably need like types node, latest, and this is interesting because What else do you need when you make a package? I guess we need a README too, right? Yeah, so we need a template for a README. You guys are sort of getting this, right? README templates, create templates, names. No, I think we need anything there. Oh yeah, let's actually do that here. So we've got opt name string. Yeah, ops.name. Now the thing I'm sort of looking at here is in these templates you probably need like helpers, you know? So like you need, because that was a useful thing about plop, is that you could do like uppercase and lowercase and things. Yeah, that's true. We need TypeScript. That is true. TypeScript latest. Yeah. In the scripts one. Yeah, we didn't add the scripts. Add script. This script is going to be script string content. I should create a helper type for this because you see how many of these I've got. Boom, 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 boom. Let's say yeah, let's bung this in here, and this is going to be oh god, what do I call this? String or creator t prompt options. It's not even shorter really. Type string or creator t prompt options. Yeah, there we go. String or creator t prompt options. Lovely. Oh yeah, I need to create the README. What do we think? Do we like this API? I really like this API. I mean, just look how nicely that comes together. We're sort of creating like a generator thing here, like called plop.js. It's real nice. I mean, we're not creating plop.js. Yeah, it should be. Yeah. It's funny because ChatGPT is sort of like, it's just a little bit too far away. You know what I mean? It's just like a tab away. I don't like doing that, you know. Yeah, TS is dev-dep. Did I add the script? Yeah, add script. Okay, so now we add a script. Dev. vtest. I guess, right, this is a, yeah, we're going to need a create file.getIgnore. Yep, that's got to happen. What's going wrong there? There we go. I mean, these get long, right? You know? This is a bit dangerous, actually. See, this is why they do sort of organizing it in templates, right? Because actually you can then mimic the directory in the templates. Because what you could do is you could have like something like, you know, what is it, package demo, let's say. And let's say with package demo, what you could do is, you know, you have .getignore, .ejs or something, and then you put, you know, node modules and .getignore, dist or something in here. Yeah, there you go. Oh god, that's terrible. Defect it. So you need to ignore pretty here too. But that's why they do it, right? I am the wizard. This is tough. This is tough. So I wonder if this just doesn't work. You know, there's a beautiful API that we've put together, but I think maybe it just doesn't work. Because maybe this is just better. So let me just put these in the HBS, because I know this one a bit better. So this is the handlebars syntax. And then you have package.json.hbs, and you can do things like name is name, for instance. Yeah, I mean, version this, description, and you do things like if description. It's hard to argue that this is just like better, don't you think? Because you can do this stuff at runtime, you know, like you can figure out whether name is provided or description is provided at runtime. So maybe plop is just better. Yeah. I mean, if it knew that you asked for name and description and stuff, like maybe that's just like a VS Code problem, is that you don't get autocomplete and errors inside these HBS files. So maybe that's just like a plop.js problem. Isn't it fun when you work on something for a couple of hours and you realize that the thing that you're trying to place, the thing that you're trying to replace, is better than the thing that you've created? Oh. Yeah, I think it works, but the final step is to use generate from folder template. But then why bother doing all of this like lovely TypeScript stuff? Why bother having the inference at all if you're not then going to consume that inference anywhere? This doesn't make sense, I don't think. Yeah. Story of my life, Eric. No. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Well, how are we doing, folks? We good? Yeah, full scope of the problem. Exactly. I always thought that this would, you know, there would be something here, though. I mean, maybe, because probably the issue with plop, actually, is that it's like a documentation thing. You know, it's like, the plop.js docs are pretty good, but they don't make you excited about the product, really. Oh, you didn't get the reasoning. ETS. That probably works. So, I mean, I was thinking about this sort of mat stack as like a solution for publishing packages to NPM, you know, having a fabulous experience for, and like something that you just know is going to work for publishing packages, and even for using internal packages too. You need your user to provide, but where we've ended up is sort of creating this kind of like plop.js successor that I think is now just sort of strictly worse than plop. That's kind of where we are. The reasoning is because if you want to know what's being created, then you can just like look in this and you can see, okay, we're getting a git ignore, we're getting a package.json, we're getting like, you know, let's say a source, index.ts.hbs, we're getting all this stuff, let's say const myfunc, in fact const name, let's say, equals a function that returns this, export this, go to index.test.ts.hbs. We know in package.json we need like scripts. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that's bad about this, you know, but there's a lot that's good too. Like the things that's bad is like similar to the thing that I created, which is you don't get autocomplete or syntax highlighting here for this. So kind of what I guess we want is like a better experience for this, you know, for editing like the template files and stuff. TS up template with sensible defaults. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've sort of got one of those, you know, like package demo here. I mean, this isn't very well documented, but package demo is my attempt to throw together all of the things that I like doing when I publish packages, including change sets and vtest and things. With IntelliJ, you can actually have syntax highlighting with different languages and strings. Ooh. It's okay, but it doesn't get around the... Doesn't get around... Well, maybe it does, actually. You can do that in VS Code, I'm sure, can't you? JSON highlighting in VS Code strings. No. It's highlighting languages, VS Code, extension. I mean, this is going to be a hard one to Google. It's going to be a hard one to Google. Yeah, HBS files are not context aware, correct. Full edit support for different languages and those strings as well, like autocomplete. Yeah, VS Code does some stuff like that, where if you're in a markdown file, then you can get autocomplete. Actually, can you? Maybe you can't. Maybe it's just syntax highlighting. Yeah, ask ChatGPT. Man, ChatGPT is not as good as everyone thinks. The rain just hit you now? Well, the sun just hit me now. It's all beautifully sunny outside. Ooh, inject language reference. Okay, that's very useful. Thank you. Language reference VS Code. Oh, it was closed. Confused about this. I mean, look at how long this bloody thing is. Has anyone figured out an extension? Okay, this guy seemed to come up with something. This is not a chance stack. This is not a chance stack. How are we doing, folks? Let me just check a few stats. I need to see if anyone is still here, because I feel like I've just been sort of mumbling to myself for 2 hours, which I don't mind. Where's my live section? Live. Let's see. Wait, how the hell do I go to my bloody stream thing? What is going on? Sorry, you guys can't see this at all. How would someone even start learning AST manipulation? Yeah, it's an extremely hard one to actually figure out and like work out where to go. Here we go, live control room. There we go. Wait, how many folks are here? We still got 103 of you here? My God, folks. 112? Damn, son. Yeah, why does MatStack have to be a package? I don't know. I think I'm just feeling too ambitious. I'm feeling ambitious. Let me close some windows because it's looking really bright and washed out. I'm feeling ambitious, and I've just had this idea for a while that TurboRepo needed some sort of like templating system to be able to work properly. But I think it feels extremely ambitious given how much infrastructure you need to figure it out. TypeScript string literals. Yeah, it's okay. Comment tagged literals. Because you can do that in VS Code, right? Like, I've seen that. You can. So the thing I'm thinking about is if we use a create template function and we use a template literal inside it, like we could potentially just have a really nice setup where we have syntax highlighting inside it, and then the user can provide sort of type safe stuff to it. Haha, good, Raphael. I'm glad I'm on the right track. Yeah, I'm just like, because this is, I feel like I'm quite good at knowing when to quit stuff, and I'm feeling the urge to quit. Hey, Aaron. It came just in time. I'm sort of at my despair arc now. We've reached the kind of like the plateau of excitement about the thing we were building, and now I'm at the despair moment. Don't think TSX works. I've discussed this earlier in the stream because we're sort of just creating files basically. But maybe we should just like ship a mat stack. I also want to like do some front end code. Like I've spent the last like a year and a bit sort of doing. Aaron, we're trying to create the successor to Plop, and I'm realizing that Plop maybe just does everything I want. Yeah, this is the despair stack. Will I continue with it though? Will I continue? I'm in the trough of disillusionment. Yeah, I mean, should I learn Vue? I could just learn Vue, couldn't I? Should we learn Vue? I kind of just want to, you know? Huh. Git clone is a good templating engine. We've been too deep in the weeds this stream. This stream got out of control. This stream just went downhill in terms of my personal feeling of fulfillment and enjoyment, you know. I have hit rock bottom in my motivation to build a templating engine. I have gone from all the F's to give to 0 F's to give. If you imagine my excitement as a big thermometer, the mercury level has dropped and has started to crystallize. I'm kind of down for Vue, man. Learn what makes my soul shine. I passed through the peak of inflated expectations. I did do that, didn't I? I've passed through that peak. I do not want to push through the trough. Am I looking forward to the coronation? Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm not a royalist at all, but I do. Well, we've got some friends staying with us who are super royalists, so we're gonna, you know, do scones and pims and all the stuff you're supposed to do. Let's do Vue. Hype, new framework. Yeah, it's either Vue or Svelte. Go learn Vue. You thought this was a VOD? No, I'm here. I'm right here, man. Give me 10 seconds to go and get a glass of water, and then we'll learn Vue. Let's do that. And let me first just adjust the stream thing so that people don't come in asking about the mat stack, because the mat stack is not currently real. Ooh, I'm learning Vue. Yeah, boy. Let me update this. Back in 2 minutes, all right? Tea and crumpets? Yeah, crumpets are happening. Crumpets are happening on the day. Back in 2 minutes. Wait, what? Back in 2 minutes. Bye. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, let's go, man. View time. View. It wasn't. I don't know if it was a nice try to create poop plop, plop plop plop. I'm on the Vercel train. I'm super down. Oh, Johannes. Oh, mate. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. All right, let's do this. Let's learn some Vue, guys. I have never used Vue before, basically. I think I've used it very, very, very briefly. Let me shut down all my stuff, then we're going to open up some stuff here and try and figure it out. So, let's go. Learn Vue. Oh, here we go. Shouldn't have clicked on all this stuff. Introduction, Vue.js. Vue 3. Okay, seems like Vue 3 should be the one. JavaScript framework for building user interfaces. I don't want a minimal example, I want the actual example. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is this is looking very React-like, where we've got some data here, returning count 0. We're using some kind of templating syntax. I have seen all this before. Mounting this app into, I imagine there's other stuff going on here. I imagine I'll be using Vite to figure this out. Looking at setup function Vue 3. What is that, Colin? Come on, Colin, you're teaching me. You're teaching me, Colin. Yeah, I've seen all this single file component stuff before. Most build tool enable Vue projects, we author Vue components using a HTML file, use Vue files, abbreviated as SFC. Encapsulates the component's logic, JavaScript, HTML, and styles in a single file. Here's the previous example written in SFC format. Lovely. Style scoped. API styles. Is there a tutorial or something here? Quick start. Lovely. Get a taste of Vue. You can try it directly in our playground. Try this JS fiddle. Okay, lovely. This is what I want. I want to init Vue latest. So let me cd into a throwaway npm init Vue at latest. Let's give us a crack. I should learn quick. Yeah. Okay. Setup function. Cool. Composition API. Okay, here we go. Vue project. Add TypeScript? Oh baby, yes. Add JSX support. What? I don't know. Let's have a look. JSX support Vue. I'm confused. I'm confused. Let me sit in my confusion. Create Vue and Vue CLI. Let's write code like this, yes. I don't know why it's asking me this, right? So no? Do I want to, I mean, should I put this to a freaking vote? I might do. Where was my thing? Add JSX support, not recommended, don't do it for now. Can be really nice. No. Read the top, it says, huh? No JSX. No JSX, fine. Add Vue router for single page application development. I've heard of Vue router. I guess if I wanted to be creating an SSR application, I'd use Vuex, right? Which is, what is it? It's Vuex. No, is it Vuex? I'd use Nuxt, right? Nuxt would be the thing that I would use. Is not needed as a getting started. Vuex is very old. Yeah, okay, yeah. Nuxt is the one I was thinking of. Vue template to JSX. Oh, Pinia is the new and improved. Okay. Pinia is like, oh, I'm excited. I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, let's say no. Oh, Pinia. Yes. VTest for unit testing. Yes. Give me Cypress. Yes. That's nice. CD Vue project. Code. All right, let's do this. Yeah, go and watch the VOD, Signer, because we went through a journey there. All right. So then it looks like there's no package lock, which means I should be safe to use pnpm. I'm actually getting some packages that I haven't downloaded before. Listen to Wrenchen. Yeah, I'm just more familiar with Cypress. I agree that Vite is good. Why don't you use Yarn Create Vite? I did, just through npm. It's the same, right? Navigation on the right. Yeah, this is how I do it, man. This is how I do it. Navigation on the left is super strange to me. Okay, so this is all good. Do I need any like extensions or anything to figure this out? Don't think so. Project is created. Okay. npm run build. Okay. So I should be able then to do, let me just take a look at the package.json. So I've got dev, okay, so we're using Vite. I'm very familiar with Vite, so that's good. Familiar with vtest, build only, interesting. Run p type check, build only. It's funny, it comes with a lot of stuff, doesn't it? But I guess I opted into a lot of stuff. Got Pinia and Vue. And so if we look in the source directory then, we've got assets, components, stores. Oh no, cool. Oh, I seem to have some stuff. Let's say I've got Vitur installed, have I? Yeah, I've got something for this already. So let me uninstall that because it's saying that Volar is the new hotness. So let me install that. Use the extensions in the doc. So thank you. The recommended IDE setup is VS Code plus the Volar extension. That's cool. I like the sort of Game of Thrones feel of that. Install the recommended TypeScript viewpoint. Yes, I do. Lovely. Thank you. That's all very... This is all very good, isn't it? Oakley dokley. So Volar is up. And now Oh no. Oh no. Let me reload this window. Is Volar installed? What do I have that's deprecated? Oh yeah, fine. Disable this. Disable this for now. Why isn't this giving me anything there? So, do I have Volar? Yeah, I do have Volar. It just was disabled for some reason. Okie dokie. Lovely. Right. More tooling. Tooling guide. TypeScript is on. We seem like we're doing okay. Are we getting prettier? Why no prettier? So it looks like I can just stick anything up here that I'm used to. That's really, really nice. Let's open my settings.json. We've got format on save is true. Why am I not getting prettier running? PNPM run format, it looked like it did. Okay, so prettier is here, it's just not triggering whenever I do this. I imagine there's like a Volar extension that I need to do, so can I do like format on save? I've got to get this ready before I mean, I can't not have format on save on. Anyone know how to fix this? Volar TypeScript has a warning? What's the warning? Thanks, folks. Milton David. Yeah, I'm just like, wait, what's the warning? Should I be reading something? I'm just marching. What's wrong with marching, guys? This is how I learn, is I just like disable the internal engine. All right, let me just reload the window. Default formatter in JSON settings. Where's this warning? Debug console? Let me just check inside user settings.json. Volar, any entries here? Volar format. No, I'll Google it. It's fine. Format. The hell? Why isn't that giving me any? Where's my URL bar gone? Here we are. Format on save. Volar view. Not formatting code inside here. View. Here we go. Don't save. Oh no. Settings JSON. Bung this in here. Let's see what happens. No. Settings JSON. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Huh. Formats. So editor.default formatter. Pretty VS Code. Hey, 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 there we go. There we go. Okay, that's good. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Well done, folks, we finally got there. Okay. Now I've got my editor set up. It's time to run pnpm run dev. Let's give this a good old college try. I did it. That's nice. That's nice that it accepts that it's a brutal reality that we live in. But now I get to have my cake and eat it too. So I've got my thing on the right and got my stuff on the left. Fabulous. So now we're inside the template. So let me get rid of some crap. And I can say div, save it. Hello. Nice. Okay. So let me explain what I'm seeing then. We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it! I will not get TypeScript on the Vue code blocks unless you change the TypeScript engine. Okay, we'll get to that when it comes. Right. Let me tell you what I'm seeing as a Vue newbie. I want to, first of all, what I want to do is I want to see the root of the project, and it looks like that's in app.vue here. So here we've got image, Vue logo, class logo. So if I delete that, then that's going away. If I get rid of this stuff here, then my hello world template goes away. That's nice. I'm getting ESLint errors here. Lovely. I've got the welcome down the bottom. And what happens if I have an empty template? Requires a child element. Can I pass multiple here? So we go div, div. Yeah, okay. So it's not like React in that way. So if we've got a main here, it looks like then these styles, I imagine these styles are scoped to the template that we're in, right? So if I add a main inside here, main, and we do color blue or something, then we write some text in here, hello, then that's going to be blue. Let's say Rebecca purple, or just wheat. Lovely. God, it's been a while since I've done any CSS stuff. Font style, no, font weight. Bold. Lovely. I can remove the scopes. I can remove the scopes, but I imagine then it will affect all main elements in the application. Let me just test that. So if I use hello world there, and I guess, by the way, I will be getting message as the props here, because inside hello world we define props. And that's just global, and I don't need to import that from anything. That's pretty ugly, isn't it? It's pretty ugly. Automatic attribute fall-throughs. Colin, I'm a basic bitch. Don't talk to me about automatic attribute fall-throughs. So let's say we got our, let's say this is a main as well. We're having two mains in our meal. And we've got this app view. Yeah, now, so I can do style. If I scope this style, then it scopes down to only this main. But if I don't scope the style, yeah, let me remove all these styles. Is that right? That's interesting. So that's not what I expected then. So by scoping it, here we are. I had expected that. Maybe it scopes it to its children as well, because I had expected that this would only apply to this main and not the one inside hello down here. Can I omit the style? Yes, I can. Can I omit the template? Yes, I can. Can I omit everything? No. At least one template or script is required in a single file component. So I can have like a headless component, basically. Cool. Am I right in thinking that? Taking a Vue dev to watch me learn Vue. Scripting will apply to current and all children. Okay, cool. Cool. But so if I define this, of course, inside hello world, and I put it here, then it's only going to apply to that down there. If I remove the scoped, then it's going to apply to all the above. Nice. Nice. I think that makes sense. Is there one? I mean, maybe there doesn't need to be one for just module. No, I don't know what that's for. No, don't know what's going on there. So scoped. Very cool. Okay, what questions do I have next then? So I'm immediately thinking about data fetching, right? Like, how do I start connecting this up to actual stuff in the world? I'm imagining that this is just a... oh, there's a cat. You want to see a cat? Hello, bud. So I've seen how to define props, which is neat. I imagine that when I define props, I can like... Oh, this is some nice stuff. Template. What the frick is that? What? Hashtag icon. What is this? What's with these nested templates? That's sort of confusing to me. Let me just render that. The welcome. What's happening there in the... Huh. It's funny, it gives you these sort of data V things here. Named slot. Okay. A named slot, eh? Okay, time to get learning. Where's my stuff here? I'm sure that solves a problem. I'm just not sure what problem it solves yet. It's funny how similar the mental model is to React for me currently. So name slots. Okay, slots. Components can accept props, which can be JavaScript values of any type. But how about template content? In some cases, you may want to pass a template fragment to a child component and let the child component render the fragment within its own template. So we have a fancy button, and you put it in the children slot, essentially. The slot element is a slot outlet. Oh. It's quite jargony. So slot. I assume that slot, HTML, MDN, that's not a thing, right? Oh. Web components. A placeholder in a web component you can fill with your own markup. Okay, so it does have a whatchamacallit, a prior art. Okay. Any valid template content. Yeah, passing multiple elements. Yep, makes sense. Slot content has access to the data scope of the parent components. Yeah, because it's defining the parent. That makes sense. Fallback content. Ah, that's useful. Oh, so inside there. Huh. I wonder if there's a way that you can declare in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like someday I might want to make a course about Vue and TypeScript. So I'm trying to already think about the sort of TypeScript weirdnesses that you might encounter doing this stuff. Web component BS. I'm hashtag icon. That's good. That's good. Yeah. VTuber fan, I don't remember when you said it was built to look like web components. I tend to learn new things from docs, yeah. This is just me though. I mean, like, I do tend to watch a lot of videos actually. But when I'm doing recordings, obviously I don't want to I'm actually not set up audio wise to watch videos about this stuff. I prefer reading docs, and you know, reading docs is nice as well. It's good to actually learn from the source. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out the mental model. So the code that I'm looking at then is we have, inside the welcome, I could pass a slot with a, so welcome item. I see. I get it. Welcome item is the thing that's doing the defining of the different things that it can receive. Because this is a reusable template that we want. It's a partial that we want to use in several places here. And look at that. Oh, that's cool. There we go. There's the link. So Volar is like helping me out because this name slot icon, I assume this is optional, right? And always optional. So if I rename this, then that's going to fail. And there's no references. That's a bit grim. But I wonder if I do that, am I going to get an error inside here? No. Seems a bit weird, but I did it. Slot or undefined. I don't understand these hovers I'm getting here. Ooh, what's this? Intrinsic element attributes. Oh. Yes. Oh, good. Vue has its own, of course it does, has its own .d.ts files. Oh boy, with so many things to dive into. There's a course about this waiting to happen, right? This is absolutely got to happen. Man, this is my bread and butter. I love this stuff. Okay. So template. So inside welcome, it feels weird that you're not getting any. Am I right in thinking, like, is there a way that I can specify that this name slot should be used and should be, like, must be used? Dynamic slot names. Oh, a shorthand. So vslot header. Dedicated shorthand. I see. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, maybe it's ergonomic to. It's interesting because React doesn't have a lot of shortcuts. So because if you do your own DSL, your own domain-specific language for your templating language, then you can get away with this stuff. So vslot : header can be shortened to just #header. But it's interesting as a newbie, like looking at this, I just think, what is that? What is that? Tabbed components. I see. So dynamic slot names. Dynamic directive arguments, yes, I see. So this is when you have some const, like, let's say we go, so what is it, script, and we say, what is this? Oh, have I got to put lang ts? Yeah, script, I imagine. I'm not sure what setup does, actually. Do I get any? Okay, I need to take a look at that in a minute. A compile time syntactic, just tell me what it is, This is pretty rough. Script setup is a compile time syntactic sugar for using the composition. So it's just enables me to use composition API inside single file components. Oh, this is rough, actually. That's a pretty rough sentence. Anyway, I don't mean to audit the docs while we're going, but I am. So the concept here then is that I could, inside the welcome, let me actually just fix this. Is it fixed already? Yeah. I could potentially say const icon slot equals slots, and I could, equals icon, and then I could do, I assume, icon slot. Nice, that's cool. I get autocomplete there. And I assume that still works the same. So if I change this to blah, 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 then that stops working. Okay, so that's a dynamic slot, basically. Cool. Cool. Okay, cool, cool, cool. What else do I need to look at? Sort of like mapping over stuff. That was a goal. Svelte next. If you didn't use script setup, you need to export a setup object to do composition API. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm sort of getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, so I'm sort of there with dynamic slots. It's funny, I'm just sort of like jumping in, you know what I mean? Let's see if I can figure out like data fetching, because I imagine data fetching has something to do with like lifecycle hooks. And I also want to look at Pinia as well and figure out what's going on there. So I assume that lifecycle hooks kind of work a little bit like... Thanks, Colin. I'll see you later. Was I? That was a goal! Put it in the goal mouth! Just using fetch at your own convenience. That's intriguing. Very intriguing. Bye, Colin. I imagine lifecycle hooks are kind of like... Yeah, there we go. Are kind of like React lifecycle hooks as they used to be in classes. And I imagine the composition API is going to be something new. Because I remember that sort of came out around the time when hooks were dropped. So we've got several different life cycles here. We've got before create, then it's been created. Precompiled templates, don't know what that is. But before mount and then mounted, that makes sense. Then you change the data, so data I guess is props. Before update, re-render and patch, and then it's updated and you keep going. Then you have before unmount and unmounted. And that's it, that's all you get. And you register lifecycle hooks by exporting defaults. Where is like the use effect in this? Async components, huh? Oh. Okay, yeah, that's not what I thought it was. Change docs to composition API. How do I do it? Oh, composition. Yeah, okay. It's not doing anything really. Options API, composition API. Okay, here we go. So, right, so we get the... Still get some lifecycle hooks. I assume composition API is the way to go, basically. Watch or watch effect? Okay, time for me to Google. Watches. Watch. Watch source types. Different types of reactive sources. I might benefit from just seeing like a props. Oh yeah, okay. These are just props, aren't they? This is so how do I do data fetching? Is basically what I'm asking. So data fetching with Vue. I imagine queue a bunch of sort of rubbish. Oh, here we go. Oh no, this is good. Official docs. Okay, fetching after navigation. Right. Okay. And this is Vue router, isn't it? Before root enter. Wow, okay. Is there a composition API version of this, I assume? Okay. Use root. Ref watch. So watch, you're watching. Huh. So that works, does it? So you get watch from Vue and you're using the roots from use router. And you're basically, well, I do not have a handle on how that works at all, because I know that data fetching in like React is kind of sketchy, because or it can be sketchy if you don't automatically kind of cancel you're firing things in a component inside an effect, and then that goes and fetches some data, and then that grabs the stuff back. But here I don't sort of get what's happening here. Ref is like use state. Oh god, is this a bad result? Oh, if only they were porps. And porps is fine. I mean, we can porps. Watch or watch effect. Unmounted. Okay, I'm starting to get a picture. Because if you do unmounted, then you fetch something when the component first like runs. And then, how do you then refetch? Call fetch at the top level. If you call fetch at the top level, if you call, okay, question. If you call fetch at the top level, if you fetch, and then what you do is after you fetch, you end up then, I guess, saving result in a ref, right? That's the natural thing you do next. Wouldn't that cause a re-render? Because you would be running, basically, every time you render, you then do a fetch, right? And then you save the result in a ref, and then you end up here. And so wouldn't this cause an infinite loop, is what I'm asking. Create a function to fetch and reuse it, but reuse it where, right? So but call it any. But what I'm asking is like, how do we prevent this? So no, this wouldn't. If the data is the same, so it does automatic. What happens then if the setup function only runs once? But what about if the data changes? Oh, sorry, what about, okay, let's say then that we have some porps coming in, you know. So let's say we have an ID being passed in. So ID changes. So then that's like a second way that we can render, right? So an ID changes. How do I then guarantee that my fetch will run again? Ref mutation doesn't incur re-render of the entire component. That makes sense. Is there anything that does? Like, if you have a setup, I'm starting to see. So you have a setup function, right? And then you do a render. And then that does a fetch, and it saves the result in a ref, which doesn't re-render. I'm starting to see that. So when the ID changes, then, so okay. So render, I guess, is the wrong word. So this, I guess, is like on-mounted, right? Or on-mount. That then happens there. And then the ID changes, and we do a watch. And that then causes a refetch, and we save the results in a ref again. Am I on the right track? Yeah. But what do I watch, though? I watch the ref. ID needs to be a ref. But if ID is coming from... So, but ID is coming from the component above, right? So ID changes in component above, then gets passed to the component below, then how do I watch that? So I watch the ref. Okay, I need to like figure this out. So I know I'm being dumb, but I don't really mind. So we got our template then. Our template is going to be div hello world. Where's this CSS coming from as well, by the way? Main.ts. Yeah, here we go. Assets main CSS. Okay, there we go. This is kind of what I like to see. Style scoped. Let's say body. Yeah, this looks nice. Is this working? Yeah, main. Okay, lovely. Better. Okay. Watch the prop. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the mental model. I mean, I'm sure there is a mental model, but I just want to play with it. I don't necessarily want to read all of it. I'm not trying to denigrate how Vue works. I'm just trying to figure it out for myself. So okay, we've got you saying there's like a setup function. So I import from Vue, and then I can. So from here I can do like a. So I want to. Okay, no, I need to do this inside a. Do I need to do this inside child component? Compute the prop, watch the computer from fetch. Okay. Watch the ID prop in your case. Okay, so let's actually go like fetcher.view here. So we've got this. Let's just ping all this inside here. Don't need that. And okay, so we add a slot in. No, I don't need a slot. We just say hello. Let me render that inside here. So we've got fetcher. And I import that. Fetcher.view, and that's working. Good. Oh yeah, I need that inside of main as well, don't I? And so now inside here, I assume I can do like on mounted, and I can do on mounted, which is takes a function. It's funny that returns any, and I can just console log that. And I assume that in the console, if I pull this down so you can actually see it, yeah, show like this. Then up here, console log, and I've got my mounted thing. Okay, that's good. Failed to resolve component fetcher. Right? Confused by that. What's going on here? Component name fetcher should always be multi-word. What? I mean, that's just a weird ESLint rule, I'm sure. Let's see. What's the ID from the props? And okay, so I need to define the props, right? So I need to say define props. And I'm going to say, yeah, let's just say URL string, right? And then that'll be good because then we can figure that out. So now I need to pass URL. And let's say we do a Swappy API or something, swappy.dev. So swappy.dev, and we grab the thing that we want. Yeah, perfect. API dev people 1. People 1. Now inside my fetcher, I assume I can do, this is an async function, and I can go const data is ref any, and I get ref from Vue itself. Now on mount, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, yeah, lovely. Oh, and I go props. So const props equals define props, props.url. Can't read properties of null, reading shape flag. Okay. So I assume then that has done a network request. Yeah, there it is. And our response has our name Luke Skywalker in, which is good. Okay, and now inside here, what I'll do... Oh, now I need some state, don't I? So now I'll go const URL equals ref, and I'll add that as the default. And now I'll add an input, so type string, and then I guess, so is there any sort of binding here, right? Props with defaults. Okay, useful, useful. Let me check doing some simple binding. So binding on change, inputs, form input bindings, here we go. Value text, inputs, oh cool. V model is text. So does that sync to a ref then? Or is that like a let or something? Just try this in Playground. Oh, I see, I see. I should be on the composition version. Ref, I see. Yeah, so vModel is check names, and check names is just available up there. Cool. Cool. It's useful. So vModel is URL. Does that work? Invalid end tag. What is it supposed to be like this? Okay. Okay. There we go. And now this URL, I guess, is just going to be... Yeah, how do I pass? I don't do that, do I? Not going to be that either, is it? No, I imagine not. Okay, how do I pass a prop? Props. Define props foo. Prop passing details. Colon prop, I see. So this is now going to be colon URL equals URL. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Nice. Oh, you got there way ahead of me. Look at chat, mate. Look at chat. Sorry, I was learning. You're not going to let me learn? Okay. Okay. So now, I guess what I want to do is I just want to do pre JSON. Oh yeah, how do I do this? Oh, I guess I can. So yeah, what I would usually do is like inside React is I would do like JSON stringify inside here, but I guess I can't do that. So I would have to do const stringified data is JSON.stringify data and null 2. So inside pre, I'll do, yeah, how do I pass that in? Can I do this? Probably not. No. So how does that work? Oh, can I do this? Double quotes. Okay. Double curlies. Like handlebar style. Got you. Okay. Okay. Why is that happening? Ah, data dots. No. Why am I getting all this stuff? So in the network tab, I hit it. Data.value equals response.json. So data, do I just put, yeah, actually, that should be computed, not reactive. Whoa. Vue uses JSON stringify under the hood. Okay, use computed. So computed then, I see, because I'm not actually reacting to it. So I do computed. And computed is going to be a getter. So the getter is a computed getter, which is something with args. Okay, time for me to look up computed. Computer properties, okay. In template expressions are meant for simple operations. Put too much logic. Yeah. Makes sense. Yep, I like it. I see. So I could just pass JSON stringify in there if I wanted to. That's useful. So computed can consume a ref and transform it. Really keen to know what reactive does as well, but I think I'm not quite there. Cache based on their reactive dependencies. That is cool. That is cool. I love this stuff, man. Oh, very cool. I want to try computed just so I get the feel for it. So I do computed and I do, yeah, this. And now that's working. And then it fetches and it goes. Lovely. And what you guys are saying is I can also do JSON stringify data null2. And that'll work exactly the same. Beautiful. And then I can also, what was the other one you said? You said I can also just pass data, but I imagine I won't get the, oh, and it does do the automatic stringifying for you. That's cool. Wow. So data.value is the, okay, so ref isn't what I want. I want something like name string and then or null. This is actually what I want. And so data.value is then name string or null. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm getting there, folks. It's true. I do have a proper React brain. Like a true React brain. I don't have a Vue brain at all. But I recognize so many of these patterns. Like I'm just trying to fit the Vue patterns onto things I already know, which is really, really cool. So this computed stuff is lovely. I really like this whenever I see it. So I used to use a lot of xstate and a lot of xstate in React uses a lot of selectors. And so this is kind of like selectors, but on steroids, really, because you don't have to worry about all sorts of things. Yeah, nice so far. Yeah, I really want to dive deep into them, actually. So like having a look at like computed and seeing all of these, this is pretty cool. So a computed getter, args. It's funny that you can pass it args. I wonder what that's about. And this is a writable computed ref. Yeah, computed getter. Yeah, that was like it was in the docs. Very neat. Kind of like use memo, except it's only computed. Yeah. It's like use memo without needing to pass a dependency array, basically. Very, very cool. Yep, no manual dependencies. Absolutely. Haha. Okay. So now I guess the next thing to hook up is if I just do a little bit of styling. I really want to do I really want to add Tailwind to this because I hate writing CSS. It's been a long time since I've done it. So let me quickly just review everything that I'm seeing here. What we do is we use setup in order to make sure that we can use some of the composition API's more reactive primitives. We're importing a fetcher function from another file, basically. And inside here, we've got a URL, which is kind of like a use state, which is a ref, basically. And this ref, we're binding to this input via vmodel. And that URL is based on this URL up here. So if I change this, that's going to error. Cool. So inside the SFC, we have three areas where we can edit stuff. We have scripts, we have templates, and then we have style. Our template has to receive something, but it can receive multiple elements. And our fetcher here, we're basically, there's two ways that you can pass a property. You can either pass it as like a string here, or you can pass it as a dynamic property. Not sure what this is called. And you pass in this, which refers to the ref up here. Refs themselves have a kind of interesting behavior when you try to use them, because it looks like you can just use a ref like manually. So imagine that if data was just a string or something, well, even we can use data here and it will just go automatically stringified, but we can either just pass it directly into the template. Is that what you guys call it, a template? I would just call it like the render function, or JSX or something. But the refs need to be computed if you want to do sort of fancy stuff with them, which is cool. Inside here, we're using a lifecycle method called onMounted. I imagine if I remove setup here, oh, that's cool. What happens if I remove setup? Everything just breaks. Yeah, so setup is necessary in order for us to use some of these, the composition API. And this is composition API, this is composition API, this is composition API, it looks like. This is nice. I like this API. It's very, very nice. Okay. What, did I have type string? What did I have? No, that's not right, is it? Type text. There we go. Type string. I'm assuming that I can, I can do inputs. Style. I know what we're doing. Min width. 100px. Give me a bit more than that. 200px. There we go. Padding. 1 rem. 0.4 rem. That's good. That's fine. Yes. Right now the fetch isn't reactive, so if I change this to 2, then it's not going to do anything. So we need to figure that out. That's the next thing. So I can then, based on what you guys were saying before, I can look inside. I'm not going to check. I'm just going to try and work this out for myself. I can do, so if I do props.url inside here and just screw this for a second, and I do div props.url, I assume that this will just react. Okay, so props.url is reactive, I assume. In other words, if I pass it to a watch, will it just work? Replace onMounted to watch. That's what you're saying. Sources. Oh, okay. So sources, it's looking for something watches. Okay. So we're watching a ref. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You can either have a a getter like this. So you're always watching a single value, basically. Or an array of multiple sources. Okay. It's funny, this is... Yeah, this is like a use effect, but in reverse. I like this API. As in, the arguments are reversed. It's better this way because you're forced always to pass the stuff. Cool. Cool. Okay, so what we want to watch is we want to watch props.url and then... we can't do that. Why can't we do that? There's probably a very simple reason. Because I imagine it's not a ref, right? So watch props.url. I imagine that watch only lets you take in multi-sources, source, watch source. What is a watch source? It's a ref. Yeah. So it's this. Yeah. Now URL. Now I go URL inside there. Now, is that fetching? Is that going to fetch? No, it's not going to fetch. So I can only pass a ref. It's funny, I'd expect it to be helping me more here, you know? Okay. But it's fine that it isn't, I don't mind. Turn a prop into a ref. View. Immediate. Okay. I assume that's like a prop. Immediate true. Oh, I see. Otherwise it'll... Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it wasn't that far off. Yeah, okay. Okay. Ah, yes, mate. Yeah, oh yeah, look, because it's... Okay, now I've got another question. This is good, though. This is good. So we're getting it. It's funny that immediate true is not the default. That's different from React. I guess the assumption is that you would use on mount here, or that, I mean, that's interesting that the default is not that. Just about half an hour. Really an hour? God. Oh my God, I'm going for nearly 3 hours. Yeah. That is a prime. You know, did you know that's a very storied voice coach exercise? That yeah. Arthur Lessac came up with that. So that's funny that Prime does it. I imagine it does it with less vocal ease than Lessac did. Bearded Matt. As I've gotten older, I seem to be growing, like, I seem to be getting hairier here. Like, my beard hair gets denser. So I imagine now that I could do a pretty decent beard. Okay, my next question then is, how do I cancel an in-flight request? Because I imagine that it's not a very, well, a medium cool tidbit. The fact you call it a tidbit is deeply insulting. Okay, so how do I cancel an in-flight request, basically? Like, how do I operate between what would you even call this? Like, yeah, watches, I guess. I guess, okay. When I'm watching something, that watch callback, how is that defined? What I'm wondering is, yeah, it just returns any, or on cleanup. On cleanup. So now I've got a watch. Yeah, this is what I thought it was going to be. Watch callback. See, I love this stuff, man. You can learn so much just by it. So value, old value, on cleanup. So I've got prev URL and then on cleanup. And I imagine that I can call this, and let's say that I've got a const signal, or no, abort controller equals new abort controller. Pass that to signal abort controller signal, and then I can call on cleanup, and then I can go abort controller dot abort. I assume that's going to work, right? Outside of the watch, interesting. Yeah, well, I didn't know either. So I assume then, ooh. Let me just refresh just in case. Huh? Okay, no, that's working. How about if I do this? Let me get this stuff off. I'm just wondering if it's being cancelled at all or anything happening. Oh, maybe I might need to, hang on. Okay, let me try this. So people. Okay, that's being fetched and I end up with the results. That's good. This. Okay, that doesn't seem to be being cancelled. Does it? No. Doesn't seem like it's cancelling. I don't understand when on cleanup is being called. Cancel is needed at the start. Yeah, I'll reply to you guys, don't worry. Nullable abort controller outside of the box. So hang on, so I'm just going to check if on cleanup is being called like at the right time. So cleaning up. Let's check this. So the idea is that I guess when yeah. I think I might need like a let has cleaned up is false, and then we abort the controller and then also do has cleaned up true, and then if we say if has cleaned up return. Let's try that, because that's what you've got to do inside use effects. So the idea here is if I do this, I shouldn't end up with the array, I should end up with this. That's cool. Gimme. There it is. Okay. Is it doing this thing? Yes. Okay. And let me just check if I'm getting this. So it should be like, it's funny that the abort controller doesn't like manually abort inside here, but it's fine. Okay. That's a pretty neat API. It means you can add multiple on cleanups if you want to, whereas use effect only lets you do one. Try catch the fetch. Yeah, what happens if we get an error here? Let me just like manually try this. New error. Woo! Let's see this. So the error is just swallowed, or it ends up in the console. That's funny. Because in React this would bubble. No, would it bubble? Maybe it wouldn't bubble. If it was sync it would bubble, but maybe because it's async it doesn't bubble. I'm just trying non-sync. Yeah, okay, here we go. Although that's probably because I'm using async await syntax in here. Okay, time to think about error handling. Error handler. Error captured. No, that's not right. Oh, of course, you're bloody right. Yeah, of course you're right. Yeah, that's true. That's a dodgy little API, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. No, I messed up there. Totally. Yeah, the user aborted a request. Hello. Oh, it's funny that it's, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. That was my bad. Yeah, because in useEffect, you'd have exactly the same problem. That's why useEffect doesn't accept a promise. Well, that might be better, actually. This is cool, though. I'm enjoying this. I feel quite a lot more confident with Vue, actually, just after having had a look at that. And just getting a sense of, what's possible and, like, using refs, using computer stuff. How many are we finishing the stream with? We finishing strong? How we doing? Give me validation. I need to see your faces. I think I might finish pretty soon, guys. This is like longest stream I've done in yonks. So it's been cool to have you guys here. Thank you so much for joining along. I really do like just spending a couple of hours sort of like messing about and sort of seeing what happens. Oh, there's my voice. 107 still. Lovely. Ooh, that's cool. I've never seen abort controller signal.aborted. That's neat. So I might do more of these streams. I really enjoy just messing about and seeing what happens. We had let's review the stream. Earlier we had an attempt. An attempt was made to create a new Plop.js style framework, and we failed. Basically, we couldn't get there. Or I realized there are reasons why Plop.js's API is how it is. It could do with a little bit of a rework, but it doesn't really call for there being a whole new version of Plop.js, in my opinion. Might be wrong about that, but thought it was impossible for me to go another 1 hour of work. Nice. I'm glad I was there for you, Raphael. VTuber, thank you for being part of the ride. I dug it. This was a fun, chill stream. And you guys should check out Total TypeScript as well, obviously. We crossed $1 million in revenue, which is crazy. So it's been super nice kind of like having a bit more time to focus on stuff that, I've enjoyed the process of making Total TypeScript, and we're shipping some new stuff for it next week, actually, which is going to be free. Nice. Oh, I'm glad that sort of brought you into the Vue world. Nice. Thanks all for joining. My cat's still here? No, he's not. I'm sorry you didn't get to meet him. But anyway, I'll finish there, I think. Love to see you, folks.